You going to put your camera on, Jeanette, at all? Well, because I'll turn mine off if you're not.
Shalom, everybody. We're here today. We're going to be sharing a table that Jeanette has been preparing for y'all. It's called Deliver Me, and we hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to go over to our Zoom classroom and just watch Jeanette there as she takes over and enjoy this beautiful table she's prepared for you. Let Yahuwah just bathe your heart in what he's got stored.
Okay, can you see the cover?
We do see it.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, shalom, everyone, brothers and sisters. I am so privileged to bring you this lovely table. Deliver Me, as you can see, is the access term when we do get to the code table. It's got a skip of 6,825, and it's found in Psalms 75:8 to Esther 7:10. So I'm just going to read a few verses so that we can see what the table is actually about. But the future, the latter end, the end times, being saved, being taken, snatched away, and delivered, being delivered. This is the essence of this table. So in 2 Timothy 1:9, it says, "Who has saved us and called us with a set-apart calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and favour, which was given to us in Messiah, Yahushua, before times of old." So it was already given to us. Isaiah 44:1-2. "But now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Yisrael, whom I have chosen. Thus says Yahuwah, who made you and formed you from the womb, who helps you. Do not fear, O Jacob, my servant, and Yeshurunah, whom I have chosen." And in 1 Peter 1:6, it says, "Blessed Baruch be the Elohim and Father of our Master, Yahushua, Messiah, who according to his great compassion has caused us to be born again to a living expectation through the resurrection of Yahushua, Messiah, from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled and unfading, having been kept in the heavens for you, who are protected by the power of Elohim through belief, for a deliverance ready to be revealed in the last time, in which you exult, even though for a little while, if need be, you have been grieved by manifold trials." Yep, we know about that. And 1 Peter 7:9, "In order that the trials are in order that the proving of your belief, much more precious than gold that perishes and proven by fire, might be found to result in praise and respect and esteem at the revelation of Yahushua, Messiah, whom having not seen you love, in whom you exult with unspeakable and esteemed joy, yet not seeing but believing, obtaining the goal of your belief, the deliverance of lives." Amen. And in Joel 2:10-13, "Yet even now, declares Yahuwah, turn to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, and tear your heart, rend your heart, and not your garments, and turn back to Yahuwah, your Elohim. For he shows favour and is compassionate, patient and of great kindness, and he shall relent concerning the evil." And John 3:16, "For Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only brought forth Son, so that everyone who believes in him should not perish, but possess everlasting life. You are loved more than you will ever know by someone who died to know you. Romans 5:8, but Elohim proves his own love for us in that while we were still sinners, Yahushua died for us. Revelation 1:17-18, do not be afraid. I am the first and the last, the Aleph and the Tav, and the living one. And I became dead, and see, I am living forever and ever. Amen. And I possess the keys of the grave and of death. 1 Corinthians 15:49-55. See, I speak a secret to you. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible has to put on incorruption, and this mortal to put on immortality. And when this corruptible has put on incorruption, and this mortal has put on immortality, then shall come to be the word that has been written, death is swallowed up in overcoming. O death, where is your sting? O grave, where is your overcoming? He's already won. 1 Thessalonians 4:14-18. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, so also Elohim shall bring with him those who sleep in Yahushua. For this we say to you by the word of the Master, that we, the living who are left over at the coming of the Master, shall in no way go before those who are asleep. Because the Master himself shall come down from heaven with a shout, with the voice of a chief messenger, and with the trumpet of Elohim, and the dead in Messiah shall rise first. Then we, the living who are left over, shall be caught away together with them in the clouds to meet the Master in the air. And so we shall always be with the Master. So then, encourage one another with these words. So we are born twice and we die once. That's the aim, not the lake of fire, death for the remnant. John 12, he who loves his life shall lose it, and he who hates his life in this world shall preserve it for everlasting life. If anyone serves me, let him follow me, and where I am, there my servant also shall be. If anyone serves me, the Father shall value him. Matthew 10:28, and do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the being, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both being and body in Gehenna. Psalms 31:15, but I have put my trust in you, O Yahuwah. I have said, you are my Elohim. Come what may. And this is what our aim is, the crown of life, and to see him at the end. So this was the beginning of my code table, and I was blown away by it. Looked in the shape of a heart. I don't know if you can all see that. I know a lot of my brothers and sisters saw a menorah here, but a menorah would be good too, because he is the light of life. But I saw a heart. So in the pink here we've got Acharith. You must excuse me, my pronunciation is not that good, which is the future, the latter end. So that's there in the pink. Forehead is here in the red, and in by my name is this purple here. And then we have Yahushua going across in the yellow. So to make some sense of that, like my name on forehead in the latter end. We've also got here, I will answer, and this is the access term here in the red, deliver me. And this blue here is his will. This red is my heart. And here in this blue is my tent, tabernacle. So it was interesting how on this side of the access term, we've got the diagonals going this way. And on this side, we've got the diagonals going this way. So to see the whole table now, let's just make sure I'm not missing anything behind up here. No, okay. Right, so we've dealt with this bit here. So this here in this red is the words that would be used for rapture, but not rapture, being spared, delivered, rescued, taken, saved. So that's rather amazing that that's in there. We have future, latter, end times is there as well as in there, and it's also here. We have, if I come down this side, we've dealt with all these. We've got the remnant here in the green. We've got Yahushua, and we've got Yahushua here too, crossing, sharing the yod. Well, it's not sharing, I'm sorry, this yod, shin, wa, ayin, shares the yod in the access term. And again, we have one underneath the access term, Yeshua, and we have another Yeshua here. And inside this Yeshua, we've got the sun, and it's a palindrome of the sun. And we've also got the moon, and the moon and the sun are sharing the hay. You can see that there. We've got in my heart here, which is a bit of a palindrome. Again, there's Yod, Bet, Lamed, Bet, Yod. And we've also got going inside it there, on the day. My heart, palindrome, on the day. Here in the green, we've got he shall blot, wash, to erase. It means to wipe away and reach. I think Darla's going to be speaking about that particular word. When we did a spell check in class, we went down a wonderful rabbit hole with lots of extra meanings of these words that enforce this code and the message. We've got tear, rend. We saw some verses on that. Tear, rend your heart, not your clothes. And again, it's to do with the heart. Here is interesting. We've got from death in this vertical green, and within it, we've got he shall call, encounter, meet. He shall call from death. And here in this green, crossing over from death, we've got the second death. We will be spared the second death. We all will die once. Even the rapture could be a form of death, or this spared, delivered, taken. It says in an instant, in the twinkling of an eye, will be changed. It sounds to me like death. You know, we're going to get changed. We can't go anywhere in these bodies. We're mortal. We have to put on immortality. So it's just wonderful to know that this message is for us in these latter end times. Here in the turquoise, we've got a ransom for him. We've got here the Elohim. Here in this orange, we've got and honor, precious things. We're precious. He doesn't want any of us. He wants us all to be saved, none of us to be lost. We're his children. And here in the vertical, we've got the Elohim. I will dwell there. Honor, precious things. And there's a palindrome of Yod, Hey, Ra, Hey, Yod. I actually put those in. No, separate. I think I took it out again. But you can see, you know Yahuwah's name. So, what a fabulous table. And I thank the Father for allowing me to share it with you all. A couple of things. Natsal, this is where the deliver, snatch away, deliver, be delivered comes from. It's only a 3-letter word. This is the actual one that I've used, is the Hey, Zadi, Yod, Lamed, taken away, taken, spared. This is the Strong's for ransom, the price of a life, ransom. And this is the Strong's for the end times. So it's actually the word for latter ending, latter period, least outcome, survivors even. Okay, any questions? Do you want to see the table again? Darla, Bonnie?
Right where you're there, Akarit, this word, and then just looking at that Genesis 49, Jeanette, let's see. I think it's so interesting. This is an amazing chapter because it is Jacob telling to his 12 sons right before he dies what will befall them in the last days, what's going to come upon them. So this coming upon them, the days to come, what will befall them. So interesting because these were 12 sons, and when their father died, they weren't just individual, unmarried, unchildrened sons. They had families, they had little clans by this point, and those clans grew up to become tribes and even nations today, even though they're hidden and people don't know who they are, and it's been removed from their consciences just by the washing of decades and centuries and eons. That doesn't take away the fact that the Father knows who are his and where they are. And indeed, we believe that Yahuwah has scattered that seed through every person at this point. But this is so awesome here because that is what it means, the end days, what will befall you. And there are 12 tribes there, and there are 12 prophecies. So really, really cool words. This word is also found, a version of this word, Akarim, Elohim Akarim, which means other latter-day mighty ones. So we have those to deal with as well. Those that are not Yahuwah. And so that's really a cool word. And then your other word you had up, not Saul, you brought that up, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we talked about how this is so close to Natsar and Natsarim. most people don't know that in Acts 24, verse 5, I'll read it to you. I have it open here. It says, so the Pharisees that are bringing charges against Paul. And it says in verse 5, for having found this man a plague. That's an interesting word in our day and time. I'm not, you hate to even say the word in this platform, but for having found this man a plague, who stirs up dissension among all the Yahudim, Judah, all the Jews, throughout the world. So he's stirring up some dissension throughout the world with all the Jews. And a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarene. This probably says Christians in a King James translation. It's been many years since I've read King James as a habit. Used to before 2009, but anyway, it says it's a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarene. So Natsar and Natsal, those have two of the same Hebrew letters. And so here we see this means to strip. So we want to see what these two words have in common, because we already had Natsar in our vocabulary here in the code searching school, but Natsal was kind of a different word. So we know that they have two letters the same, and then they have like an L and R, like left and right, right? That's kind of there's an association there. Even in our English, we have an L and an R concept. In chemistry, they have L words and they have R words. So like if you know anything like L-lysine, I can't think of an R version, but anyway, in chemistry, there's an L and there's an R. So here we've got Natsal, to strip, plunder, deliver oneself, be delivered, snatch away. And then I use I've used Jeanette's. This is going to Jeanette. I used Jeanette's version of the Klein's here to look up Natsar for us, and just wrote it down while you were speaking, Jeanette. Natsar, if you just look at the definition here of Natsal and see kind of the relationship as I read the definition for Natsar, and Netzer, it's the same letters in Hebrew. Netzer is branch, right? And we know that there is one that is called the branch, and we better be tapped into him. So Netzer is branch, but Natsar is to watch, guard, keep, to put on the safety catch in a weapon. That's like really watching. To convert to being a believer in the branch. So you'd be called that's the relationship between Natsar and Netzer. A Natsar is one who is converted and is a believer, is attached to that branch. And the branch, of course, is Yahushua. And it also means a sprout and a shoot. So there's growth, there's new growth. Okay, so this is a word that we already knew, Natsar, and then that is to compare with this word, like what does Natsar and Natsal have in common here? Well, there's a watching and a guarding and a keeping on the Natsar side, and a branch, and then on the Natsal side, you've got this deliverance, and even deliver oneself. Like there's an active participation, and to strip and to plunder, like remove the things that aren't of the branch, right? Sometimes you have to strip out things that are growing that you don't want growing there, that he doesn't want growing there, or that is unnecessary or is counterproductive. And then growth can happen when you prune that, right? When you prune it. So, and I see we've actually wonderful. We've had Leah and Tobias join us as well. But anyway, that was one of the words. And the other one that you said that I was going to share about, I have to actually look that up. Mem A. This is we're dealing with my short-term memory. I have to pack so much between last time Jeanette and I talked about this table and today, so I have to just kind of remind myself.
It was it faded out, Darla. What's the word you're looking up?
Ransom.
Was it Mem Chet, right? Macha?
No, it was calf pay resh wa.
Okay, I may have misunderstood then. Well, so then that one is a little bit easier then, because that one. So this is the word kapor. Yeah, the price of a life, a ransom. So this is the word we have for cover. It's Yom Kippur. It is do you remember anything else I was going to say about the word? Oh, here I see what it is. Maybe so you've got Ter and Rin there, which is Yipram or Yapram. That word has a couple of the same letters, the pay and the resh, Ter and Rin, but with Kaf pay resh, then we have to cover or the ransom for a life. That, I mean, that's our lives need to be ransomed. We have things in our lives that have separated us from the Father, and Yahushua, of course, came to pay that price so that we could return to the Father. Does anybody else recall anything else we were going to talk about with that? Yeah, you see, there's a little bit of a comparison between Ter and Rin there. Jeanette, can you point to that word with your pointer? There we go. So Ter and Rin, it says Yod Pei Resh Mem, and then a ransom for him is just there we go, is Kaf Pei Resh Wa. So Kaf Pei Resh is your root word. Do you recall anything else I was going to say, Jeanette?
No.
Okay. Really
Sorry.
cool that you've got your what word was it there?
It's reach.
My heart. The palindromes. You've got the
Yes.
sun palindrome. I was caught up on the word palindrome. And the other one is in my heart. There we go. Yes.
Yeah, there.
That's a palindrome, and you've got the sun, and I think you have Yahuwah here as well, right? Was there Yahuwah palindrome?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a Yahuwah palindrome.
There we go.
That runs through the second and a ransom.
Yeah, and that's kind of that tall shape there.
Yeah.
We've got the sort of an X shape, a taw, so it's like sign of the covenant there. It's covenant and completion. And we want to run the race well. We want to give best efforts to our Father because we love him so much. We can just give our best efforts every day. We can't give more than our best efforts, and with our best efforts, he can do so much.
Over in the live chat, we've got Sandra, Sister Sandra, hello, and she's got, haha, never thought stereochemistry would be discussed. I think that was that left and right thing you were talking about.
Right.
Interesting terminology. I'm like, never heard that before. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow, now I want to go research it.
For making sense of my college chemistry class. Go now.
It's fascinating thinking there's a left and a right, and often in scripture we know that we come back to a choice in things, don't we? It's like you've got to make a choice. You can't not, you got to make a choice. There's if you don't make a choice, well then you're on the incorrect side generally. Yeah, beautiful work, Jan. Absolutely. I'm sitting here sort of tearing up a bit.
Yeah. I thought you might.
Yeah, beautiful encouragement. I've written down all those verses. I'll go look at them again. Now, fascinated though that you've got a mem. Where are we? You've got the second or the death, sharing with Tear and Rend, I think it was, sharing a mem going up the middle, sort of in the. Yeah. So what's sharing the mem there? Just above
second.
Second, is it? The second.
It actually doesn't share the
it's just crossing.
Noon, shin.
Okay. I just thought it was a very interesting sort of conjunction of things.
Yeah, tear and rend does though, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. No, mem, yod, pay. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
That's
Fine. I just thought it was sharing, but my eyes aren't working properly today.
it's just that green.
Yeah, and you've got the blue circles as well going on there as well, which is he shall call, encounter, and meet. There's so much going on. And what's the vertical? Is it from death?
Yes, from death,
Wow.
the green, and then he shall call is running.
Yeah.
He shall
Wow.
call.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
And to find the sun and the moon in together over on the right hand side there,
Yeah,
sharing letters, and then sharing with what else was going through there? Remnant, yeah. Yeah, there's just, so much to find and it's an infinite story. You can sit there, you can take forever.
I'm sure she
So-
could have packed in a lot more words and stuff, but in this situation, we can read it. We can glean from it. It could get way too busy. And if she wanted to keep working on it, she might just start fresh with her access term and just do a new version.
yes.
She can always do that.
Yeah.
I felt that it was a message, and I found the message, and that's enough. You can carry on, but the fact that it was the shape of the heart when I started to, because I thought, well, how come one side the diagonals are one way and the other side the diagonals are the other? I thought, I'm going to annotate it right now and see, I just felt that I should do that. And then when I did, I thought that looked like a heart, which is why heart is in there. But I'm glad I did it, you see, because it was here first, and then it was also here.
Oh, yes, you put it twice.
Yeah, you could say, well, you only need it once and then take that out, but then I would never have seen that it's got on the day in there too, or that this particular one, because with on the day is a palindrome.
And they're sharing the Lamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know the Lamed concept in Hebrew is the teaching and the authority. So where's your heart going to be on the day?
Yes. But
Wow.
yeah, for the latter, for the end times, I feel like it's a message to strengthen us, to let us know that when we are following him and he does see us, we're precious, that we'll be rescued, taken, saved, not from this life so much, but from this second death. This life is about choosing where we spend eternity. It's either with Yahushua, and that's what we want, and the Father in the New Jerusalem when it comes, or, choose this day who you will serve.
Beautiful.
What do you think, Leah?
It's beautiful. And
Can
I
you
just
see a heart or a menorah? What do you see?
I see more of a menorah. That's what I felt when I first seen. This is the one that you had from before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see, and it is the menorah.
Okay, shall I find the underlying text?
Oh, Sandra's a chemist. Oh, no wonder. Right. And Robert Peeves in live chat, sun and moon are our light sources and we are children of the light. Hallelujah.
Yeah. And our two witnesses.
And there are two witnesses. Yes. Hallelujah.
Wow, yes.
That's what I felt anyway.
His trustworthy witness.
Kind of looks like an Aleph and Tav in
I'll
there
stop
too.
share while I bring up the table.
Yeah, and we also talked about when we were looking at your terms, because we do run these words through a rigorous testing before they go out to the earth. And we talked about on that right side where the sun and the moon were, you guys can visually imagine it. Over on the right, is it orthographically? I think that's it. I can't think of the
You're
word.
swearing now. Stop swearing, Darla.
What is it? Eric has taught us the word, the orthographic, I don't know if it's orthograph or orthograph, I think, is how a cough, the letter cough, which is kind of shaped like a hand, the way we write it, and especially like with Eric Bissell's font, which we love. But orthographically, I believe it's orthographically. That would be cut into stone, and it would just be a straight line with a couple like this. It would be the easy way to cut that into stone. So that looks like a cough, which then would sort of indicate, we were talking about the menorah versus the heart image there, but that would to me indicate like his hand, and we've got the sun and the moon there and the remnant. That's really, really cool. Thank you, Bonnie. And
That's all right.
you know
We love Eric Bissell's. This is Eric Bissell's array, and there's the calf in the paleo there.
and drop
and
that
the
down.
flame.
You
Yep.
get one that looks like a cave doing a cartwheel or laying on
Oh,
his
yeah.
back. So that
Yep.
was the shape of what was on Jeanette's table there. It was shaped like that, and it had the sun going one way and the sun going, actually the way the sun was written, it was written in a palindrome. So it was, whether you read it to the right or from the left, it said the sun. And then we had moon there and we had remnant. So that's sort of an image of a hand. So
Yeah.
that's what I
So-
was trying to point out.
Yeah, so this is pictograph, but just in case, because I'm just noticing there's no labels to sort of tell anyone new sort of what we're looking at. We've got Paleo Hebrew up the top. We've got Biblical Hebrew or Babylonian flame letters, they're called. We've got cursive Hebrew. We've got pictograph Greek, and then we've got some English that goes with it as well. So yeah, the calf. The calf is the hand or the filter. The filter. It's mostly the filter, isn't it, Darla?
Yes, it's also a filter, and I've seen it as something else. I'm gonna have to review that book when I find it. Somebody else showed that it means another word as well.
Sole of the foot, it can mean.
Ah,
Well,
there we go.
Yes, sole of the foot.
And this is what it looks like in Biblical Hebrew, but if it's at the end of a word, it looks like this. A calf, so feet. So we have 22 letters there in the orange flames, and then we have the slightly changed ones if they come at the end of a sentence.
Really cool so the cough could either have a value of 20, or if it's at the end of a word, it could have a value of 500.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Interesting to think there's a dual value to those handful of letters. What's five letters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the multiplication right there. Maximize the power of those letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll stop sharing that now. I just thought I'd give you a visual. I'm a visual learner. I have to see it. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I have to see it.
I think it's great, Bonnie, to share that so people understand what we're saying and they have a visual to go along with it.
It's a great learning tool. Oh, Ramsels. Oh, what do we got? Underlying scriptures. Go.
You're only seeing a part. That's no good, is it?
No, we're just seeing a little bit of your
Okay.
books
You
from
can
Keys.
I have to open the table.
I actually, while she's looking up, figuring out how to get her screen right, she's got it now. I'm going to share something for her later that I got a word this morning, y'all, and I'm talking.
Yes.
I think it might go to this table. At first I thought it was for Bonnie, but now I'm thinking, well,
Yeah.
no, I think it was for me. And now I think it's for this too. So it's really cool.
Why can't I open?
Don't we have fun with our tech? It's just like
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like,
Hang on, third.
I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that like our redemption is not based on do we get the tech right?
Yes.
Yep.
Me
To go
too.
out and talk to people about the Father, and not like for instance, I'm going to apologize right now for my camera. I've got a camera that's on, it's fritzing a bit. I've gotten a new one ordered, but I apologize. I can't seem to get it working right, and I've just ordered another one with this time with a warranty. I've already seen it glitch once. Jeanette, are you ready? Or you want me to talk about this?
I
word?
hope so. I hope it will work. It won't let me click on to identify word.
Wow.
I'll
Well, see if you can work on that, and I'll share on this word. I will.
yeah, sure.
So, Bonnie's mother passed away this week, and we talked about this in our Shabbat study. Was that live, Bonnie? I think that was
yes,
right. Okay.
yes, we did in the end. Yeah, we weren't going to, and the plans weren't to, and we braved it. We did it anyway.
Yeah, we didn't know if we were just dealing with grief, and sometimes we're just licking our wounds at the end of the week. We're exhausted, and we just barely can hold each other up in fellowship, and so anyway, obviously with Bonnie's mother passing away this week, I wasn't sure that we were going live, but we ended up. Just be like Bonnie. Paul says, be like Yeshua and be like me. It's like Bonnie is such an amazing. I could really say that about any of these people here in our.
Why I got to be that one though all the time?
Yeah, yeah. And if you can't be like Bonnie, then help hold Bonnie up. Everybody here knows that we need Bonnie. She's just such an
There we are.
strength for this ministry. You ready? Let's go.
Yes.
So we're no longer live then?
Yeah, no, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Are we? Oh, I just
We're
went
just
to look for it.
venting.
No, I just went to look for it and I couldn't see it. I'll go
I've
back
got
and
it.
check again.
Yeah, I've got it going.
Okay, so the first one I'm going to show is 555. Here, the shin should be shin in Yeshua. It says, remember how short my time is. For nothingness you have created all the sons of men. Wow. And that's Psalms 89, verse 48.
Mm. And she was running all the way through that. I can see the skip of minus 15 or something.
523. Where are we? 523. There's the iron. Again, it's in a Yeshua. So we've got, for Yahuwah shall bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether it is good or whether it is evil. That's Ecclesiastes 12:14.
That's just such a profound verse, isn't it? He's going to bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether it is told or whether it is evil.
It reminds me of Deuteronomy 20. Sorry, it reminds me of Deuteronomy 29:29, which I absolutely love. The secret things belong to the Father. The things revealed to us belong to us and our children forever, so they can do the law, or the Torah. It actually is the Torah in the translation in Hebrew. Beautiful.
It's not that one, so it must be this one. The access term. So that's this noon. inside the access term, which is Job 15:19, to whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. Calf.
And the access term again is deliver me, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, deliver me. And again, this is Job 34:19, this calf here, which is in
That
ransom.
was through, yeah.
Yeah. It's how much
Ransom
less
be-
to him who does not respect the person of princes, nor regards the rich more than the poor, for they are the work of his hands.
Beautiful.
This is such an amazing table.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
that's
deep.
running through the word a ransom for him. You know, we couldn't possibly make this up.
No,
It's just like it's like I was asked yesterday about the scripture readings for the funeral service, and I'm like, I didn't choose them; they chose me. It's something once you know that you know, and you sit with this. There's the idea of revelation is just and the ruach, the spirit, is just mind blowing at times.
yes. So this is the Lamed that's in the rescue, taken, saved. So it's Proverbs 13:21, and it's evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid.
Oh,
That's a deep one too. I remember
yeah.
hearing that and wow, that's just so powerful. Evil pursues sinners.
Yes, what it does. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to think about what does evil do? Well, Yahuwah tells us right there, evil pursues sinners. Wow. But to the righteous, Tob shall be repaid. Wow.
535. This is a yod that's in heart. And it's Psalms 121, verse 5. Yahuwah is your keeper. Yahuwah is your shade upon your right hand.
Hallelujah.
And what word was that in? Sorry.
Heart.
Oh,
There,
beautiful.
making up the heart. And there's a bet here too, 539, which is there, and that's in heart as well. This is the last one. Proverbs 21:20. Costly things and oil are treasured in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spends it up. And if you remember, we had precious things in the table here, which was in the goldy colour. Okay.
That's so awesome. Amazing scriptures.
See what comes out of Jamaica. It's just like doesn't sound like you're from Jamaica, but hey, it just
Well, it's retirement in Jamaica so that I can do this, what I'm doing. I would never be able to do it in England. My time would be taken up probably with my family as much as I love them. But this is what I spend my time doing. This is what he's called me to do.
Those are such amazing Ramsel scriptures.
Can we see the full graphic again? Oh, if you finish, Jan. Just want to drink it in again.
Come out of it first.
Yeah. Sorry, you were back in the live table, weren't you?
I was.
Do you know, I played around with, you've got keys, your program is keys, but I've got Bible Code Millennium. Yes, I think that's what it's called. It's a different workability. I could not find how to look up the underlying scriptures. I might have to get you to have a look with me one day so that we can work out if I really can do it.
Code Finder, yeah, Bonnie?
Code Finder.
Yeah, yeah. I prefer Code Finder, and I've got Taurus off, and I just need to sort of
I'll have a look.
get into Taurus off and have a go.
You know me.
We can only try, hey?
Yes, exactly. There you are.
We love Canva. Canva is just like, I kept thinking, look, I tried doing something in Paint again the other day, and I'm like, no, just go back to Canva.
Right.
Everyone wants to do their presentations in PowerPoint. Go back to Canva. Oh dear.
I've got some lovely tables to come.
Oh, see, she's a factory, this girl.
I
She never
am.
stops.
I know.
So, okay, come on, a bit of a teaser. What are you working on?
Buried treasure.
Wow.
That is wonderful. It's finished. It's ready, but I know Terry's got some words that she wants checking. Rabbi Glaserson, he's put a video out yesterday, I think it was, and it had UFO 2023. And I thought, oh, so I didn't bother even to see what else that he'd found. I thought, I've got to have a look, and oh my, that is a good one.
Wow.
I'm working on that. And I've also got The Way, the Truth and the Life. So I'll keep you all going until the end comes. We'll be putting out codes.
We love getting those codes out of Jamaica.
Who'd have known, eh?
They're a treasure they don't even know is there.
No, that's the best way.
Yeah. Hidden treasure. Treasure is hidden. It's got to be dug up.
Yeah, the one thing I'm comforted by at the moment is the thought that finally our departed loved ones know the value of the work we're doing here.
Yes.
Oh, that's a beautiful thought.
I'm holding on to that one.
So I woke up this morning with, I had actually woke up about 4 and Bonnie had her funeral brochure that she had worked on, and I sort of proofed it for her, gave her a couple of ideas, and then then I laid back down, and well, I hadn't actually gotten up, but I fell back asleep. And when I woke up about 5, I had a Hebrew word in just like spoken to me, and it was salal, which is Samik Lamed Lamed.
Is that the letter word?
Huh?
Is that the letter word?
No, that's salam. So like salam.
Yeah.
So we have the English words that sort of sound like Hebrew words, so it kind of helps us remember them. And we can even come up with a silly picture to help us remember it. But salam is mentioned one time in scriptures, and it is the ladder that Jacob saw when he had a vision when he was sleeping. Dream that it only shows up one time, and it's the ladder, and it's like a spiraling staircase, right? Oh, of course, I already closed my.
It's been compared to DNA as well, the spiraling staircase.
Yes, compared
Yes.
to
I did do a table on it. It's over on Rumble. Yeah.
You'll find you'll find Rumble. You'll find we have 2 channels there. We try to keep stuff. Well, some stuff we don't put on A Light into the Gentiles, but others, if you want to find some of the stuff that we don't have here, because we did have a channel and it was taken down, you'll find it on the Hebrew code searching channel on Rumble. And otherwise, we try to keep the stuff we can on both channels. A Light Unto the Gentiles is the other channel on Rumble. We
Can
have
you
a
just
video
Oh.
over there right now called Sequela. I've got to do a little tiny edit on it later with Nurse and Code Searcher Terry. However, it's reasonably done right now. I'm going to leave that one up until we get her little tiny edit. And the only edit on there is that when she was sharing her table, the mouse wasn't moving to show, oh, the word is here. Oh, the word is here. Just like saying, oh, the word is here. The word is there. And so we're going to just do that one tiny edit and re-upload it. But otherwise, it's an awesome table. Y'all should go check it out. Hebrew Code Searching on Rumble. And the video is called Sequela.
did you? Oh yeah. Oh, did you just say you've just created another channel somewhere?
Oh yeah, on Instagram, I created Hebrew Code Searching, and that was also to help us protect this this channel here, this platform here.
We're just one sentence away from not being here. So it's like, yeah, you've got to just like not put all your eggs in one basket. We've realized most people do now that you just have multiple sort of platforms where you put things because you don't know which one's going to be attacked.
Yeah, we also have our website, and if I've got enough hands, I can try to get over there and put links on our website. And we'll have all that, the descriptions of all that here, and also I think on the channel it's there. 12tribesebri.org. And also, if you come over to Facebook and join our group there, Code Searching Hebrews. There it's the other way around, it's Code Searching Hebrews. We'll have links there. And so that makes it maybe another, you just can't put all your eggs in the same basket. Speaking of basket, I looked up Samic Lamed by itself because the word I was given was Samic Lamed Lamed. But I did look up Samic Lamed just now, and it means basket. All right. So if you know anybody named Sal means basket. Okay. Maybe the Sal in your life has a basket. Maybe he's got it filled with something. But that's what it means.
What about Sally, my basket?
Yeah, my basket. How about that?
Yeah.
Basket in Hebrew, there's the more the concept of what does the basket do, not what is a basket. So the basket holds something, right? It holds it up off the ground, it holds it out of the dirt. What is the basket actually doing? So anyway, Salal, which is Samic Lamed Lamed, means means to lift up, cast up. He cast up or paved a highway. He cast up a way. He lifted up a song. Was cast up, was parted. There's a interesting word, was parted. Remember, we remember some big body of water or two bodies of water that were parted, right? So the Hebrews, the 12 tribes could walk through. So was cast up, was parted, was paved. That is also the idea of a highway, by the way. I wonder if that, Bonnie, I'd like to find out if Salah shows up in scripture anywhere talking about hidden treasure. I literally was given one word this morning and it wasn't even English. Salal. So that makes me think, well, does Salal show up in the scriptures, or is it a Hebrew word that's not in the scriptures?
Okay, let's go on a bear hunt. We're going on a bear hunt.
Yeah, we're
Let's
looking
see
at
what we
treasure. Why was I given this word today? Was it for Bonnie? Was it for me? Was it for Bonnie and me? Was it for all of us? I'm thinking maybe it has a bit to do with this table of Jeanette's as well. So we're just going to go look and see if this word I was given that was dropped into my bucket, as a former teacher used to say, who's no longer with us. He's passed on. Tom Deckard used to say it was dropped into his bucket.
I've got YouTube live open and Zoom going and Discord and it's all right, we'll get there. So we've got Salal. So changing over my language. Let's go have a look. And yep, here we go. Slow. So what do we got? So la. That's going to have to be close.
That's it.
Isn't it?
That is close.
Mm.
Make light of, toss aside.
Oop.
Well, there's that idea of like casting up, maybe. The Samic Lamed part of that.
I just think if we go to the next number or a few numbers over, we might find the Samic Lamed or
On the top word there, the top
Yeah.
on the right side, it says be valued.
yeah.
I don't know if it's the cannot be valued.
Well, the low is there, so forget the cannot. It is be valued.
There. Yeah. So
Yeah, there's low. Low is no. So yeah, not valued.
Let's scroll down on that word and just look and see if there's a primitive root there.
Trodden down. That's interesting.
there.
Trodden underfoot.
Small there.
Sorry. Oh yeah, down here.
Just above there. Well, I was
Oh, look at that. Look.
Yeah.
Yep. See below. There it is. We found it. And that's why it came up with this word when I typed this one in.
right.
So this is the primitive root, this word here. Salah. Salah. Is that the word?
Selah.
It's not the word in the Psalms where they say pause and meditate on this. Salah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Psalmic word or a Sheen word?
Anyway,
It's
we have to
lift up a song. To lift up a song, as you said.
Yeah. Let me see.
He lifted up a song.
Yeah, he
So-
lifted. Yeah, that's got to be it.
I thought it meant pause and meditate.
Easy enough to go find one.
Yeah, anyway, this is the primitive root to hang up, i.e. weigh, or figuratively contemn, which is meant like battle with, isn't it? Tread down, tread underfoot, value. So I see those as opposites. Tread underfoot and value are opposites, and that often happens in the Hebrew language. You've got opposites in the meaning of the same word.
Yeah.
So it's all about context then, isn't it?
Right. And so on the right side, Bonnie, to get us a couple of examples there, we've got has rejected, and what else was there? Value, right? There's something
Trodden
about-
underfoot, yeah.
Right.
Was be valued. Be valued, yeah. Yeah,
And
forget
then
this. This should be black. See, this one's black. This one's black. This should be black. That's a typo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's the idea of value and then also trotting down.
Mm.
But as you said, two sides of the same coin. You've rejected all those who wander. You have trodden down all those that err. Yeah. Yeah, so interestingly enough, that was the word that was given to me to lift up or cast up. And it's also that idea of the highway, which is also in the salam word for the stairway. It also mentions a highway. So just another two letters or one letter over actually. And it's a ladder, and it also means to modulate music. So like a scale of music. And then, yeah, throw a yod on the end and you've got salami. I just saw it.
What does that mean? We know it's a sausage that you chop up and put on a charcuterie board, but what's salami in Hebrew?
I just learned the word charcuterie this year, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Yeah, so that's the word that how do you call it, Bonnie, when you spell it in Hebrew like it sounds phonetic, right? Yeah, so that's the phonetic, but that's how we can kind of, if you can think about your charcuterie cutting a sausage that was shaped like the spiral staircase, then that would be you can grab, it's like art with kids, right? You can grab the concept of a spiraling staircase or DNA by carving out of your salami.
Well, you know how you get those it's just the potato things and you spike it in and it winds around and it spirals out the potato or whatever else. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
now you see that's how you get associations in our English with the Hebrew, and you try to just sort of make fun of it, but you remember it
You
because
remember. Mm.
what can you do
And
to turn it into a spiral staircase?
and the E on the end, so the I in salami is actually would be a yod, which would mean a yod suffix is my generally. So my staircase.
Yeah,
Would that be right? Salami, my staircase.
my ladder, my
My
staircase.
ladder. So
Claim
Jacob's
it.
ladder was salam, remember?
I will take
Yeah.
it, claim it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it says salam is, I'm reading from the Kleins again. It says ladder, and it says it occurs only one time in Genesis 28, verse 12, and it's formed from salal, to lift up.
Hmm.
So it comes from that word that was given to me today, salal, to lift up.
Are you looking up Jeanette's clients there? Are you
I'm
going to get it to her one day?
I am.
No, right.
I'm just teasing you because really, you know, you
I want to make
Jeanette-
sure she's got enough patience. I'm waiting for her patience to develop because
It's my trials, tribulations.
it's
Okay.
it's wonderful having a client. I love my clients read dictionary. It's like,
yeah, I'm just wanting to make sure that it's still useful, and I'm telling you it is. Because I've got mine about four layers deep here, and actually I'm just holding on to it because I want to make sure I write out all my notes here, and yeah, I need to just find some time to finish doing that. There's only 500 pages.
so not only are you going to send her a broken book, you're going to send her one with scribble all in it.
Oh, I don't mind the scribble. I like that.
We love Darla scribble.
They're so
It-
valuable that I want to make sure that I write them all down, or if I've highlighted and underlined a word, I want it to look just the same. So we'll have an identical set as close as I can do it. Oh, Sandra's come in. She's
Hi,
probably
Sandra. You got tired of the live chat, did you, Sandra?
No, my other phone just petered out, so I had to come on.
Oh, well, you bring your people. So I had an interesting phone call today. I will share with you guys. Had somebody call me for out of the blue and said, "Hey, I saw your ad. My wife saw your ad, and it looks like you guys need some help on the farm." And he's been a believer for like a year and a half. And he's got 3 little kids, and they live like in a bus or something that they've purchased on somebody else's farm, and he's got a lot of amazing skills, and I'm going to meet them today. So that was right before I came in here, about 4 minutes late over here, and I'm super excited. He was doing a new thing, and I feel like whether you're grieving somebody that's passed, or you have some grief that's been holding you down, I felt like this was a word also for me. Just it's time to, if Yahuwah brings a word to you, expect amazing things. Expect that he's lifting you out of something. And I believe he's brought this word to us today. He wants to lift up his people. So be encouraged. I don't think he brings words that mean nothing. I think that they have all the power. He says, but by my word. Not by strength, not by power, but by my word. And I believe he brought us this word today. Trust me, I cannot wake up out of a dead sleep when I've been a little sleep deprived in the last day or two. I can't wake up out of a dead sleep and bring some Hebrew word into my presence and be like, what was that about? I believe it's for us, and I believe it has to do with Jeanette's table. I believe it has to do with a sister here that's grieving the loss of her mother, but also celebrating that she is outside of the pain and the breaking down of organs and all of that we do as we go through and we become, our earthly temporary dwellings start to break down. her mother has graduated. She's graduated from this life, all the trials, all the tests, and those of us who we still got to walk in this, and we still got to walk in time. Her mother doesn't have to walk in time. She's outside of time now. But for those of us who do, we have to deal with little deaths or little griefs or things of our past that have weighed us down. And Yahuwah wants to lift us out of that. If we will just put his word and his way as what we commit ourselves to, we commit our way unto Yahuwah, and he will bring it to pass.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only in sort of talking things out, and, you know, you can't give away too many personal details sort of to the world on these massive forums, but, you know, you talk things out with people around you face to face if you can. It's better. But if not, get online. Get online and talk to like-minded people.
Yeah. Have a group that you trust. And if it's not a group, find one person.
Yeah, the 119 Ministries Fellowship Finder is fantastic too. That's how I found my local contacts here. And yeah, there's still only like a tiny handful of us. But yeah.
Where we're so scattered around the world, it's important, you know, because it can be very isolating. I mean, I know we're told to, you know, be set apart and, you know, you're on the world, but not of the world. But it's hard to find like-minded people, isn't it, to be part of a group that shares these things. So if there's any way that it can be done, then go for it. You've got to be like a community, an online community.
There you go. 119 Ministries Fellowship Finder. I'll just bring it up just so it's on here. So it's 119ministries.com/resources/fellowship-finder/ and you just where is it? There's a map somewhere. There's a map. Where's the map?
It's not in resources, is it?
Oh, I won't be able to find. Oh, here it is there. It is there. Okay, so if I click on the map, and everything's running so slowly. Yeah, Robert in the live chat has said, just remember the path is narrow. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
we know. Yeah. So here's the map. So this is Hebrew Roots Fellowships worldwide. Coming soon to a place near you, and if there's not one, start one. Look, there they are. Look at that. So doesn't matter where you live, there'll be something near. Well, unless you're out here. Yeah, quite a few in Australia now, which is great. Or in South Africa. Have you got anything? What about? Come on, let's go have a look and see if there's one in Jamaica. It's just I'm interested now. It's in here somewhere, I know. Jamaica in there above Venezuela.
Yeah, we're under Cuba.
Yeah. So that's a great way to find like-minded people. Yeah, it's going to run really slow.
Just try
to give it a moment.
In your area. Yeah.
And you'll find like-minded people. Look, there's some, I'm not going to say contention, but some debate about, you know, calendars and different when to do different things, but we do our best. We do our best. Cuba, Jamaica, there it is. Look at that, 5. Woohoo. There you go, 1. Oh, no, even more. Look at that. Montego Bay's got stacks. There you go. So, see, even in Jamaica, they are there. I'm going to have a look at Australia.
I'll have to wait till it's
Look at New Zealand. New Zealand is lit up. It is like they are so
I'll have to wait
on it.
till it's,
They're on it. New Zealand is on it. Good on you guys.
See if
And
I chauffeur.
Yeah. So this is me here, and the red dot is is where I go.
That looks like a beautiful area.
Yeah. You see, I've got to go all the way from here, all the way over there. I'm in the mountains here, in the Great Dividing Range. But yeah, just they're everywhere. They're everywhere, and it's just something that you can do as a face-to-face thing. And in these times where we need more face-to-face, we've forgotten how to be together. And Zoom is great, but the face-to-face stuff is, you can't get a hug on Zoom.
Yeah, you cannot.
No.
Tobias, shalom, brother. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate you being here. And I think that's all we have for today. I want to hold people up, and our next video, I think maybe Terry's here, but again, as I said, go visit us on Rumble and you'll see what Terry's brought to us. It's a very powerful video. It's called Sequela, which is kind of like sequel, the word sequel. And I think it's just a great video, and you'll really be baruch by that, which is the Hebrew word for blessed. And we are gonna just say shalom to y'all. May Yahuwah be with you, and that you would have a great day and a great week, and just stay close to the Father. Bind yourself to him. That's what our sister Tez always tells us. Bind yourself tightly to the Father. Shalom.